Hello student, welcome to my class of computer science for class 11. Today we will understand the following content which are as follow. The first one thing, clarity and simplification of expression. Okay. The second one thing, knowledge of data types, in which we will cover boolean, number, string, special and collection data type. Okay. So now we will consider the first topic. Okay. So first topic is clarity and simplification of expression. So student, you can see the expression here is given, that is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Okay, this is a particular type of expression which may be integral expression or float expression. It's up to the variable which type of value it contain. Okay, so here in say Python, we are not directly solve this particular expression directly. To do that, we have to break down it in a number of the steps. For example, here you can say that a into a will be stored in a single variable, that is a sqr, and b into b will store in b sqr, and further operation will perform according to that. So let's do it practically, student. So to do that, we have to open a particular Python. Okay, and now I'm going to perform the a square plus b square plus 2ab. So student, as per according to the explanation, what I will do, student, I will store a value that is a equals to 2 and b equals to that is 3. Okay, now after that, what I will do, a sqr, student, a sqr, it is my particular variable for my convenient. So a star a will store in that particular variable, and then after that b sqr equals to b into b. Okay, and at that is one thing, product prod. So what I will do, a into b I will store here, and final value, that is f equals to, here is f is resultant value. So what I will do, student, a sqr plus b sqr plus 2 into, okay, I can say that 2 star, okay, that is product. So after that we will print f. So what will the output? 25. So student, you have seen how I have break down the particular a plus b whole square formula in Python expression. So in the question paper, that may be arise the question, okay, how suppose that if a suppose that if a particular formula is given there to find out the cost price of particular this item or whatever, okay, according to mathematics formation, you need to get the output of that. So same here, student, I am just calculating the Fahrenheit to centigrade to Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit to centigrade. So what I will do, student, according to this calculation, I will break down in a 3 steps. First step, first value, then second value and third value. So what I will do, student, suppose that here is centigrade, I have minus 40, because minus 40 is similar to centigrade and Fahrenheit both. So here I will do one thing, first value, okay, first value equals to, what I will do, centigrade into 9. Okay, so it will store by the first value. And now second value, I will say that value equals to, what I will do, student, here you can see that in second value I will divide by 5. Okay, so here first value divide by 5, and next one thing, I think it is final value. Okay, you can see that I have taken first value, okay, this one thing, and second will divide by 5, and at last 32. Okay, so what I will do, student, in this case final value, okay, again f, okay, equals to, that is second value plus 32. So let's see what will the output. Here is 44 minus 40. Okay, so according to this, we have learned how to break down expression, complex expression, into simplest expression according to the Python programming language. Now we are going to understand Python data type. So student, we have to understand what is data type. Data type actually a type of data by which we can categorize them in different category. Okay, for example, a person can have the name, okay, that is non-numerical value. A person can have age, that is numerical value. So here are two type of value we can see that. Okay, so according to that, so data type are actually classification or categorization of data items. Okay, that is literal. Okay, so data type represent a kind of value by which we can determine the different kind of operation. For example, by date of birth of the student we can get the age, but by the name we can't get the age of the student. So here you can understand the difference between these two different types. Okay, by the name, okay, that is string type, we can't get any kind of calculation like age calculation or whatever. Okay, while in date of birth it is a number data type or data type. Okay, by that we can get the age of the student. Okay, here you can see the example. Here is a equals to 10. So 10 is a type of number. Okay, but without any decimal. The next part you will understand. Okay, how many types of data type, which is standard data type. So the data stored in memory can be of many type. Okay, not only I am telling you name and age, I am to say string and number. It can be many type. Okay, for example, you can consider a person age is stored as number value. Okay, his or her address stored as alphanumeric character, which is known as a string. So Python has various standard data type. Okay, which is used to define, okay, to perform the number of the operation, as I told you, for calculation the age. Okay, so here you can see that there are 5 standard data type, that is number, string, list, tuple and dictionary. So student, we are actually going to brief the data type of Python. Okay, I will discuss this particular data type in depth in further videos. So let's begin, student. So you can see, student, this diagram in front of you, which contain all type of data type in using in Python. The first one thing is Boolean, which can contain 2 values, either true or false. Number, that is numeric, it contain different type of data type. Okay, categorize. First one thing integer, then float, complex, octal and hexadecimal. String, it can be 2 type, single line string, multi-line string. Special, that is none. Collection, maybe list, tuple, dictionary or set. So student, you will draw this diagram in your classwork copy along with this heading. Next one thing, we will understand the Python Boolean data type. Okay, actually Python Boolean data type, a special type of data type which store only true or false. Okay, true or false, consider the first character, I must say first letter should be uppercase only. Okay, first letter I mean to say. You can see true, T is capital, false, F is capital. So this is a data type which contain only 2 possible value, either true or false. Okay, why it is useful for? It is useful for in a program to check program state, okay, or status, whether our program successful to perform the operation or not. Okay, so example, you can see that where equals to true. Now after that I will print where, so it will print out me the output true, because result is store is true. Same thing here, where equals to false, and I have printed it where, so output will be false. So student, let's begin practically how to do that. So to do that I have to open Python ideally, and I will do this particular program in this shell mode only, I am into interactive mode only. So what I will do, student, I will create a variable that is named as where equals to true. Okay, so now I have stored true inside that. If I'll go to print the where, it will show me where. There is no need to type the print in a shell mode, so I have directly typed where. Okay, student. Next one thing, if I am going to store in where true like this, where is the capital letter is missing, I am to say capital is not here, so it will consider as a variable, because here is small true is not a literal like capital true, I am to say capital TRUE. Okay, understand? So here is, it will say compile interpreter says true is not defined. So student, make sure when you are going to store a true value to a variable, okay, it should be first letter should be capital. Now how to check its a type? Here is, student, a function that is type, which allow us to check the variable data type, I mean to say object data type. So here a variable also considered as object. Okay, so here where, and I will round bracket it, after that enter, it will give me the type of that variable, that is type equals to bool. Can you see, student? That's why I written here bool. Okay, now come to the again my coding screen. Now if I'll assign that false, and I'm going to print it where, so what will the output? True or false? In this time, student, whatever the current value stored by the variable, it will print only, because that true was erased by, I will say, erased by false value. Okay, so same thing, I will do this one thing, type equals to where within round bracket, you can see that the data type has been printed here with the help of type function. Now next one is thing, student, Python numbers. Okay, the number data type store numeric values. Okay, student, for example, here you can see that where 1 equals to 1, where 2 equals to 10. Okay, so we can see the practically here is where 1 equals to 1 and a semicolon, and say that one the terminator, where 2 equals to 2. So if I'll print where 1, it will print me 1, give me the 1, where 2, 2. Okay, so if I want to erase the memory location, I'm say delete that particular variable, what happens? Suppose that if I'm going to create a program, and inside that program huge number of variable I have used, so that time I can delete a particular variable also to release the memory location, okay, to make my program faster. So what to do, student? Look at here, you can delete a single object or multiple object by using the del statement. Okay, here is example del where 2 where 1, so we are doing the same. So del where 1, okay, so after that within round bracket del, then where 1. So now you can see that I have deleted where 1. So if I am going to print where 1 after the delete operation, so what will happen? It will say the where 1, okay, is not defined because I have deleted that one thing. If I am going to print where 2, it will print 2. Same thing I will perform here, student. So here where 2 delete, so same thing where 2 I will print, so it will say me the error, name error, okay, whereas where 2 is not defined. So student, we have learned what is Python number and how to delete them. Okay, in Python number there are number of data type also, so let us discuss. So Python number contain 4 type of further data type, okay, which are as follow: numeric data type. First one thing, integer, that is int, represented by int, single integer, which contain non-fractional digits like 1, 2, 3, 4. It has some range also. Okay, long, here is long integer, it can say. They can also represent the octal and hexadecimal also. Okay, and long integer having the long range. For example, roll number of the student can be 3 digit. Okay, for example, till then 1000. Okay, if there is a big school, okay, maximum number 3 digit, that is 1000. Okay, minimum 1 digit, that is 0. Okay, understand? Where is long, like mobile number or account number, contain the further digits also, number of digits also, 16 digit, 18 digits like. So difference between integer and long is that their range. And after that, float, floating point number, or we can say that real number, okay, real values. In that, those number are categorized which contain some decimal points also. You can see that here, student, 0.0, 15.20, it is categorized under the float. And complex number contain imaginary number. Here is 3.14, then j. Here is j is imaginary number, and imaginary number are those number which are can be performed in the form of under root 3 by 2, etc. Okay, so here you can see that, student, I am telling about long. So here is L symbol is given there. L can be capital or small, which represent the long. Okay, actually what happen if you are going to using integer, long, okay, float and complex, according to that it provide you the space for storing data, because every data is going to in a computer to store in a memory location, and memory location contain a space, okay, according to the size of value. I mean to say literal. Okay, so whenever you are going to create a data type, okay, I mean to say when you are going to assign a value to a variable, it consider which type of data type we are using, okay, literal we are using, and according to that it Python interpreter manage the space for that. Okay, I mean to say memory space for that. So now, first of all, Python allow you to use the lowercase l and uppercase l to declare the long variable. Okay, so let's do it practically, student. So I will open a Python, and then I am going to create a variable. Here is, suppose that a equals to 12. Okay, so let's see what is the type of that by using function type a. So now you can see that int. Okay, and then after that b, there is 4.5. Okay, so after that we are going to check its a type. Here is b, that is float. Okay, and then after that we are going to initiate the long variable, that is c equals to 9 capital L. So now in this case, if I'm going to use type function, so here you can see that long. It can be like this also, d equals to 89, whatever the number, after that small l. Okay, so here same output will come. I'm to say same data type it will print here. So you can see that long. But regarding to the complex data type, it is really different. Okay, and it is used in higher applications and critical applications. So I'm going to teach you next one thing, Python string, student. Okay, so what is string? String actually a object which is collection of one or more sequence data type. Okay, I mean to say it meant to say if a character, I mean to say if a letter encode in a single quote, double quote or triple quote, it considered as a string. Okay, a particular character can be a single or multiple also. Here you can see that hello is the collection of at least 5 letters, HELLO. Okay, it can be a H only also. So a Python string is when a letter or a content, I mean to say alphabets, okay, encode in single quote, double quote or triple quote, it is considered as a string. Okay, so let's do it practically, student. Suppose that I have a variable s equals to within single quote h, it will consider also string. So type here is s, so you can see that str, that is string. Same thing if I'll do here, s equals to, suppose that here s1 equals to double quote h, it will be also considered as a string. I will type here type string. Okay, so s3 or s2 equals to triple quote, that is 3 times single quote, that is again h, capital H, triple quote will be close, and type equals to s2. So now you can see that str. Okay, so it means to say if a character or letter encode in single quote, double quote, triple quote, consider a string. In other words, we can say that a string is the collection of characters which is encoded by single, double or triple quote. So we will perform this one thing, student. S4 equals to within double quote or single quote, what you would like. Okay, hello Python user. Okay, so here let's see it's a type, that is s4. Now you can see that str, that is star. Okay, a string, that is a string. So if I'm going to print that, I have to just write s4, that's it. Okay, so we have learned it what is a string. So you can see the example, str1 is hello within single quote. After that, entering str1, hello will print. Now str2, hello within double quote, so it will say hello. String 3 within triple quote, single quote, triple time, and then after that string 3, hello. Now triple quote string. Okay, so student, here is a flexibility that is given by Python interpreter to us to initiate multiple line string also. As I teach you in data type, single line string and multiple line string. Okay, so here I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm going to close it first. So here Python. Okay, inside this Python, if I'm going to create a string, suppose that double quote start, I'm saying double quote start, hi hello Python users. Okay, or we can say that programmer. Okay, double quote close. In this case, you can see that student, a literal of string type is stored to variable s. Okay, that means to say, if I'll type to check its a type, it will show me a string. What happen if I'll type multiple line? A variable can also store multiple line string also. So how to do it? So to do that, we have to use triple quote. Okay, you can see that my string is a variable. Welcome to Python tutorial from Don Bosco School. Okay, after that I have printed and it given me the output. So I will do the same thing. S equals to 1 2 3 triple quote, single quote 3 times. Okay, thrice I have used. So here, hi Don Bosco School okay, and then after that I had to enter how are you. Okay, so here I have made triple quote, okay, with multiple line. So if I'll print s, so you can see that here is slash n automatically has come. Slash n means new line. Okay, I will tell you what is that. Okay, now after few seconds I will tell you what is slash n. So you can see student, multiple line contained by the string. Okay, now I'm going to show you escape sequence, what I am talking about slash. Okay, so escape sequence is also known as escape character, which is start by slash, backslash especially. Okay, it provides me to print out those non-printable character which have special effect for us. Okay, but it is required. Okay, and their purpose also. Here for example, slash n, you can see slash n in the particular output. Okay, slash n means new line. Okay, slash t means horizontal tab. You can see the output here also. Slash double quote means if you are going to print the double quote. For example, if you are going to print such output of student, what suppose that Python class. So what I will do student, print within that round bracket, I'll type here within single quote Python class. Okay, so if I'll print it, you can see that there is no code outside of that. So what I have to do student, for that I will use escape sequence slash double quote and then again slash double quote. So now you can see student, double quote has come. Okay student, if I want to break it down in two different line, so slash n. So now you can see Python has come upside and that class is downside, so slash n. So student, you have to do the program for all. Okay, here is a, that is bell, it is up to your CPU. Okay, if BIOS beep will work, it will alert you. Okay, backspace, you can see that here is AB slash BC. So here is B will be erased and AC will print. Okay, from feed, here you can see that hello slash f word. So you can see that hello word has come. Okay, it will be say hello world, and now new line, it will come into the next line also. So we have understand what is escape sequence student. So note down in a class or copy. Okay, next one thing, Python none keyword and data type. Okay, actually none data type is used for when we are using the data type in further purpose. I am to say we have not decided in which operation we are going to use that particular variable, but it is required in our operation. In such condition, we will define a variable with non-data type. Okay, so here you can see the example student. If I'll directly print y, it will definitely give me the error because of y is not defined. Okay, to overcome this problem, I can do one thing. I will just use y equals to none and then print y, it will print none. So what's happen, look at this one thing, y. So now you can see that y is not defined because y is actually not defined. So what I will do, here equals to y equals to none, here is n capital should be, okay, and none. And if I am going to print none, that is y, So now you can see that none has come. It means to say, in some condition in our programming language, okay, there is need of number of the variables. Okay, in that time we can't initiate the value. Okay, in that time we can't initiate them with the value. Okay, because of we do not want to use their data type. So that time we are using none data type. Okay, so student, there is one rule to declare a variable. Student, while you are using the data type variable, it should contain a literal, initialized by literal. It means to say, without initializing a value you can't declare a variable. Okay student, in Python programming language there is a rule. Okay, while you are using the variable, it should be initialized by any literal first. Okay, without that it is considered as not defined. Next one thing, Python list. Student, so Python list actually a collection of items. Item means values, literals of different data type. We have learned different data type like integer, okay, string, complex, okay, float, long. So these can be in a form of collection in a Python list. Okay, it is in a order sequence of item. Okay, a list object contain one or more item also. Okay, and non necessary of same type. It can be different type also, which are separated by comma and enclosed in a square bracket. So you can see the syntax. Student, so syntax is grammar of the language. Okay, so same thing I will explain. So here a list. Okay, here is list equals to within square bracket value 1 comma value 2 comma value 3 comma value n. N means number of the value till the n series. Okay, so example here, name of the student Jeff, Bill, Steve, Mohan. Okay, same thing I have given another example here. Order item like 1 Jeff, okay, computer, then 7.50 and true. You can see here is boolean data type, boolean value, float value, string and number. So we will do it practically. Student, to do that practically we have to start Python. Okay, inside that I will create a list. List actually a keyword, so I will use list1. Within a square bracket I will first of all I will create a similar type of collection. Okay, it means to say list has been created. If I am going to check its a type, so type list1. Now you can see that list has come. To print it, what I will do, list1. Now you can see that list has been printed. Now if I am going to create list2 of different type, first one thing 1, second one thing like Mohan, and third one thing like 56.8, okay, and then after that true, and then false, okay, and at last 67L. okay, so now you can see it is created, and list2. So now you can see that everything has been printed. Okay student, so it is order we will discuss in depth in further videos. So we have understood how to create a list and how to print it with easy way. Okay, so actually list is a collection of the data elements like numbers, string, literal, okay, true, false, okay, and long value. Okay, it can be a different type also. Okay, it contains different type of element also, and it is separated by comma. Okay, you can see that one is separated by, say 1 and 2 separated by comma. Okay, everywhere whatever the element separated by comma. Now we will consider tuple. So tuple is also collection of item. Okay, same as list data type. Okay, but list is mutable and Python is immutable. This is biggest question for you all student. What is immutable and mutable? Immutable means we can't change the value of that. Okay, and mutable means we can change the value of them. For example, if a list contain in this example, okay, here list 2 of 0th element I will show you, it will show me 1. If I am going to change its what thing value, here I am going to change its first value like 100. Now Okay, sorry, I have to just convert list to of 0th element like 100. So now we are going to print list 2. Now you can see that in place of 1 the element has been changed 100. Okay, that is mutable. Okay, after declaration of a list or the object, if we can change its value, okay, rest of the element, okay, it is considered as mutable, that is changeable. And now we are talking about the tuple. Tuple also a collection of items, okay, of any Python data type like the list, okay, but it is immutable. It means to say we can't change it, okay. It will give definitely error, and it is defined by with the help of parenthesis, that is round bracket open and close, and value separated by comma. Here you can see the example, tuple equals to value 1 comma value 2 comma value 3 and dot 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 value n. Same example we have considered name equals to Jeff, Bill, Steve, Mohan. Okay, the tuple type contain also the element of different data type also. Here you can see that order item 1 Jeff, computer 75.5 true. So let's do it practically, student. So here tuple 1, okay, so I'm going to make sure that difference between tuple and list is round bracket and square bracket and immutability. Okay, here I'm going to create 1 2 3 4 and 5. So now you can see we are going to check its a type. Now tuple 1, so now you can see that type has printed in a tuple, okay. And now we are going to initialize different value within round bracket, that is 1 comma Mohan, okay, comma 56.8 comma true comma false comma 67L, that is long value. Now it is created. If I'll use tuple 2 as output, you can see it has come. Now I am going to change its value. So how it is possible? Tuple 2 of 0th element, you can see that 1 has printed. Now I am going to change it in 100, so it will show me an error. Why? Because of its immutability. Immutability means we can't change it. So here you can see that object do not support the item assignment. It means to say it is immutable, okay. So here you can see, student, I can't change its value, okay, like the list, so it is immutable. Now we will consider dictionary. So dictionary is what? Dictionary actually a special type of data type which is work on the basis of key and value pairs, okay, key and value pairs. So like the list and a tuple, dictionary is also a type of collection. It means to say it contain number of data type, I'm say in form of value, okay, but it is not in order letter, I'm say order sequence, okay. It is based on key, value and pairs, okay. So here what is key and value pair? Example, you can say dictionary, okay, or the telephone directory. In that you are getting to know a number and person detail, okay. If a contact number you have searched, you can get the detail of that contact number holder person. Same way, if you are getting the key, then we can get the its relative value, okay. Here you can see how to declare it. With the help of curly braces we can declare it. Here is dict equals to key1 semicolon, I'm saying colon value 1 and separated by next value comma, key2 colon value 2 comma and further on key n colon value n, okay. Example, here you can see that here we have used some kind of keys like integer, string, any kind of key and value we can make, it's up to us, okay. So now I am going to show you, okay, how to do that, okay. So to do that I have to open Python. In Python I will create a dictionary. suppose that d1 equals to, within curly braces I will create 1 colon, suppose that here this one thing 1 and a 2 colon TWO, okay, and then 3 colon 3. Okay student, so I can print it like this also, or I can print it like within a square bracket the 1. So now you can see that 1 has printed. Okay, it is totally based on this particular key. If I'll type d1 within round bracket 0, it is not possible because here is no any key, that is key error. Can you see that, student? Okay, so in a dictionary you can print the value, okay, with the help of key only. Okay, it can be in another way also. Here you can see that, suppose that if I am going to create d2 equals to here 4, suppose that 4, then comma 9 and then 1. So now you can see, student, and suppose that 0. So here is my another dictionary. I can type like this also. If I am going to type now 0, it will be print 0. Why? Because I have mentioned here as key 0. Okay, out of that I can't print anything. So we have learned, student, today the different data type review of the Python. Okay, so till then, thank you and have a nice day, student.